Hope you brought your glow sticks. It's time to get funky here at the observatory. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And here is the destroyer, Conor Benn, 146 pounds, his reach just over 68 inches, and he stands 5 foot 8 inches tall. Up against them, Youngblood. This fight taking place at the welterweight division, plenty of speed, but at this weight class, these guys have a lot of power too.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what?
It's the destroyer, Conor Benn, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path. They're coming up against Youngblood from the United States of America.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the yellow trunks trimmed with yellow, Youngblood.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Words are cheap. Right. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Not a lot of defense here at all. It's all offense all the time. Again, downstairs. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. High-octane battle. Can't land that jab. They exchange punches. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the table. What do we expect to see here in round 2? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They block that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Do you believe this? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You'd like to see more jabs. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Missing with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. It's more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We wanted action, and they are delivering. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use blame with a blame.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He blocks the right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice job by him to block that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice punch. A big whiff with the right hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your motion back to...
This is the beginning of round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Both men step back for just a moment. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you...
Oh my God, Johnny! And a big shot rattles his cage. Conor Benn right now. Will he go down? I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
through the hook, didn't land. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. That counter shot lands. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Perfect counter lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you...
And there's the bell to start round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Just misses with that jab. That uppercut misses. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
And he did catch him! He caught him clean! Clean as a whistle! Beautiful counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And Ben just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. He's seeing stars, but can he stay on his feet? Nice counter shot. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice defense on that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and a cornerman.
And there's the bell for round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
How about that time counter shot? Through the hook, it didn't land. And that big shot just rattled his cage. Ben has no idea where he is right now. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That counter punch caught him clean. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
You're right, Todd. What a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Well, wait a minute. And we may see a stoppage here. I thought that was the end, but here we go again.
needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. His stamina is off the charts. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice in the last round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down.
Get the mind back on the job.
And there's the bell for round 9. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Catch and shoot. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Insane action. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. A perfect counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you're thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. The straight right just misses. fight has a real good flow to it. Punch, counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. And there's the bell for round 10. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
You'd like to see more jabs. Two fighters are made for one another. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out. Good counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Solid punch. His stamina is off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.